everything else. He got everybody. I think he is the man to listen to. Him and Marty and Dan got in on the same day. It was March of 2019. This guy is awesome to listen to. I wish I could speak like him and do videos like him, but I think he's very unique and he's one of a kind. So at this time, I would like to introduce our special guest from Colorado, Mr. Mike Ellis. Come on down, Mike.
Yeah, thanks, Lynn and Ron. I appreciate the introduction, Ron. Hopefully I'll measure up to the billing. And I want to start with you, Ron, and thank you for your service. That's absolutely terrific. That many years on the force. Tough job, really a tough job.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Mike.
You betcha, you betcha. You know, I thought I would come on today and just talk about some of the things that I've been thinking about this week, just some of the things. And hopefully they'll bring some value to you and the people that are listening tonight. I am going to talk about the October surprise. And I love that term, October surprise. And when I say that, everybody knows what I'm talking about. Ash did a webinar probably 2 weeks ago, and he told us what he's going to be doing in October, kinda. And that's the October surprise. And it's such an intriguing title. And what Ash is going to tell us, we're all just, I mean, we can't wait until Ash comes on and starts revealing what he has to tell us. And today's October 1. So we're there, guys. So you can get very, very excited about that. So I will talk a little bit about the October surprise, but I want to start with a couple of other things that have been going on this week, things I've been thinking about that hopefully will bring value. I talk to founders every day, every week, every month, and I talk to a lot of them. And I've got some founders that will come at me and they'll say, you know, I know I'm in the right place. I know OnPassive is going to be doing wonderful things for all the founding members, but I just wish it would hurry up and start because OnPassive hasn't done anything yet. And I know most of the founders on this webinar would disagree with that, as I do. OnPassive has really done Herculean work over the last 2.5 years, 3 years. And what Ash and his team have done, it really is extraordinary, the company they've put together for you and I. But it's even deeper than that. What has OnPassive done for the founding members in OnPassive? I believe OnPassive has done things for tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people that they don't even realize has happened. And what OnPassive has done, they've given us the ability to hope and dream. And when we start talking about hope and dream, it's a really, really powerful thing to get that in people's lives where they can actually start to do that, to hope and dream. And I'll give you a good example of that. I was in a business years ago, and I brought in a friend. He was a talented guy, smart, and he came in and he started to do the business with me. And like many businesses, if you've been online any amount of time, it went well. It went well early on. It did really, really well. And then all of a sudden, it was gone. And I was devastated because I had brought people in, and this one gentleman, he was my friend. So I went over to him and I apologized. And I spent about 5 minutes with him apologizing to him. And when I was done, he said, you know, Mike, what just happened to me was the best thing that's ever happened in my life. And what it did for me, it showed me that I can do more. It actually put hope and dream back into his life. And he was a gentleman that had he worked for a company. It was a 9-to-5 job, work till you're 65, retire and die. And he realized, even though it was a complete failure, that he had gotten something he didn't have, and that was the ability to hope and dream again. And when you're thinking about OnPassive, I believe OnPassive, whether they live or die, has given tens of thousands of people or hundreds of thousands of people the ability again to hope and dream. Okay. Now, words have meaning. And some of you caught the last phrase I just said, whether OnPassive lives or dies. Some of you missed it. Some of you didn't like it, but words have meanings. And I want to talk about a meeting that Marty, Dan, and I had with Ash Mufareh real early on in OnPassive. I think we had been in for about 5 months. And we had the privilege to do a sit-down meeting with Ash. And Ash does what he always does. He just blew us away. But he asked us a very specific question. And the question was, as you're looking at OnPassive, how would you rate it? It coming out, launching, and being successful. What percentage would you put on that? And by that time, we had been in for 5 months. We were convinced that this is where we needed to be. We were convinced that this was what we had been looking for a very, very long time. And when Dan and Marty came on, they said 100%. Ash is the best thing we've ever seen. We're in it, and we're 100% confident that this is the place to be, and it will get to that place and do the global launch of OnPassive. And when Ash came to me, I didn't give him 100%. It's just not who I am. I told Ash, you know, Ash, I'm probably 96% sure that OnPassive is going to get to that place, to do a global launch and really take care of those financial needs. But I can't give you 100% because this is real life and things happen and anything can happen. And Ash was fine with that. Like I said, at that point, we were pretty convinced that OnPassive was something that had never been seen before, and we were right. And as we think about that, and we think about where we are today, if Ash came to me today and asked me, what percentage would you give OnPassive today to get into the global launch and be very, very successful? And I do not do this, guys. I would give OnPassive 100%, absolutely, with no hesitation. And I say that because OnPassive today is a reality. It's not a hope and a dream anymore. We are in the process of going into that global launch. And hope and dream, really, really important as you get into anything. You want the hope and the dream. But with OnPassive, you can take hope and put it up on the shelf, because hope is believing in something you cannot see. And that's no longer the case with OnPassive. If you're listening, if you're seeing what's happening, you know that OnPassive is a done deal. It's a done deal for all of us. And the hope, you no longer need to hope. You can put that on the sill and just forget about it. Now, I don't want you to stop dreaming. Dreaming is really, really important, especially when you tie those dreams to actions. And as I think about OnPassive and the individuals that give presentations for OnPassive, and I'm guilty of this too, but people will come on and they'll tell everybody that OnPassive is a totally passive business. I just disagree with that. Number one, you coming in, spending the time to learn about OnPassive, coming in and paying the $97 and becoming a founding member, that is active. That is not passive. It took you effort to get to that position where you decided, yes, I'm coming in and joining OnPassive. So when we think about OnPassive, yes, it is 100% automated, but there are things you are going to have to do. And as OnPassive starts to roll out, we get to that place where we're launching to the world, the global launch. Really, all of us are going to have to come in, roll up our sleeves, and we're going to have to go to work. There are things we are going to have to do, even though it's 100% automated business. It is not a passive business, and I want people to understand that. There are things you are going to have to do. Now, these things are not difficult, and I'll give you a couple examples. As we go into the global launch, OFounder comes out. As the OFounder back office comes out, we're going to have to go in the back office. We're going to have to sign the NDA. That's a new NDA we're going to have to sign. That is an active thing we're doing. You need to get on that, get it done, because OnPassive will not go to work for us until they sign the NDA. So that's something you need to do. As we're in the founder back office, you're going to have to hook up your wallet. That's something only you can do. No one is going to do that for you. You have to go in, and you want to do that because we all want to get paid. And so you're going to have to hook your wallet up either to crypto or to a bank, whatever pay structure you want, how you want to get paid. So it's really, really important to do that. And then the last thing, as OnPassive goes into the global launch, again, this is active. So passive, no. Active, yes. 100% automated, yes. But as we launch to the world, we have to come in and pay the subscription fee. And the subscription fee, anywhere from $200 to $300. I always go to the high end. It's going to be $300. That's what I prepare myself for. You have to get ready to pay that $300. So as we look at OnPassive and we look at whether it's active or passive, it's active. It's 100% automated, but it's active. And everybody here has to be ready and prepared to do those things that Ash is going to ask us to do. Now, I know there are going to be more things that Ash is going to ask us to do as we get closer to the global launch. I don't know what they are, but they're not hard things to do. This is your business, and we all have to do those things. And when that does happen, I think one of the things we need to do is spread the word, get it out there to all the founders out there, and let them know what's happening. Believe me, they do not want to miss this train. If they do, it'll be the sorriest day of their life. As we go into the global launch, as Ash comes out and gives us the information we need, be ready to rock and roll, because the party is going to start when we go into the global launch. That brings me to the October surprises. 2 weeks ago, I think most everybody here listened to Ash on his webinar, and he talked about what's coming in October and some of the things he's going to be sharing with us and some of the things he didn't tell us he was going to be sharing with us. So October is a very exciting month for the founding members of OnPassive. Whether you've been in for a day, if you've only been in for a day, I mean, you're just in for a treat because it's all good. Or you've been in for 3 years and you've gone through the development process, the ups and downs, a little tougher, but the journey was good. We're glad we're where we're at today. And I know all the founders have been thinking about, when is Ash going to come out and start revealing some of these things in October. I wish I had some of those things to share with you, but Ash is keeping it very close to his vest. I don't think he's shared what he's going to be telling us in October with anybody. And it's a reason to really look forward to what's coming in the next days and weeks. I can tell you that whatever we think Ash is going to come out with over the next few weeks, however good we think it's going to be far superior to anything we've ever seen or ever thought about. It's going to be an exciting time, and we all get to do this together. And I'm kind of with a ruckus crew right here. We must be coming into the weekend because you guys are alive and well. I think you're going to enjoy it, and I think we'll all enjoy it together. And the meeting that Lynn and Ron have over the next weeks, if you think this is raucous, wait until Ash starts doing his meetings, and now we come on. We're going to have some excited people on our hands. I don't know the format that we have here, Lynn and Ron, and how much time I have. I was going to go ahead, Ron.
However long you need, Mike. We are welcome. Yes, okay. We want to hear you.
Yeah, I was going to talk about the numbers a little bit. I know people don't really like to hear about the numbers ever, but I thought I'd talk about them a little bit today.
Please do.
Yeah. And really this ties into hope and dream. I want you all, as you're thinking about OnPassive, to have a goal. Where am I going? Where do I want to get to? And how do I get there? And it's just human nature to wonder how the numbers are going to work and how am I going to get to that place where I have financial independence. And what I'd like to do is just kind of talk about the numbers as if I was talking to myself, because I do that quite often. And the numbers for me, when I start to think about OnPassive, they really are elegant. And what Ash and his mathematicians have put together is just mind-boggling. Now, everything that I'm going to say right now, I have not seen the pay plan. So what I'm going to share with you, it's kind of me extrapolating things from things that I've heard over the last couple of years. None of this is guaranteed. I don't know if this is a reality or not, but what I can tell you, whatever I'm going to say tonight, when Ash comes out, and I think he'll share the compensation program with us as we get a little closer to the global launch, he'll come out and tell us what it's going to be. Whatever I say tonight, it's better than this, and it's probably a lot better than this. But what I'd like to do is give you an idea of how to get to where you want to go, and we'll make some assumptions. Let's assume that we all want to get to a place where we're making $5,000 a month. I mean, that's just a reasonable figure, $5,000 a month. And it does a lot of things for a lot of people around the world. And it doesn't matter if you're in the developed world or a third world. $5,000 a month is a really, really good starting place. And the question is, how do we get to that place where we're pulling in $5,000 a month, not a year, a month? And if we make some simple assumptions, it'll show you a way forward to get to that place where you're not worrying about finances. Let's say as Ash introduced the compensation plan to us, he's going to pay $5 for every customer that lands in your organization. And as we all know, we all come into OnPassive as customers. The founders will go over and then become independent resellers of the IT product. But we are all customers as we come into OnPassive. And if OnPassive pays $5 per customer, wherever they land, that turns into a residual income, because we know the products are superior, lower price point. As people come in and buy these products, that $5 will be residual, okay? Now let's make another assumption that one customer will service 15 individuals, okay? And why do I say that? Again, I don't know if this is a reality or not. It could be, but if it is, why is that important? If one customer serves 15 founders, what does that do? All of a sudden, the amount of customers that have to come in, land in our organization, is reduced dramatically. And again, the math of this is just, it really is ingenious. So by having one customer service 15 founders or independent resellers, all of a sudden, the amount of people that have to come in is reduced substantially. Now, if we look at that number, and it's $5 a customer, one customer services 15 people, 15 times 5 is 75. What percentage of that is the $300? And the percentage is 25%. So $75 is 25% of $300. Why is that important? Ash has come on and talked to us, and he's told us that he's going to share the majority of the revenue with the founding members. I think the majority of the revenue is a lot more than 25%, $5 a customer, okay? So you can just keep that in the back of your mind, but we're going to stay with the $5 a customer. But I think it's very, very conservative. So how do you get to $5,000 a month? Obviously, $5 a customer, you need 1,000 customers. How does that happen? It doesn't matter where you are, who you are, when you came into OnPassive, whether you're a builder, whether you're not a builder, whether you're a salesperson or not a salesperson. If you're an individual that came into OnPassive, OnPassive is going to go to work for you. And Ash has talked about the different cycles that he believes is going to happen And Michael Williams has talked about this a little bit too. But if we make another assumption that OnPassive through 4 cycles in a year will double your team 4 times. And if we look at that, it'll give us an idea of how long it's going to take us to get to that position to have 1,000 customers in our team and making $5,000 a month. If we look at the first year, it goes 4, 8, 16, 32. At the end of that year, you've got 32 customers on your team. Doesn't sound like very much, does it, guys? But 32 people, remember, that's residual income. That income comes in every single month for as long as OnPassive runs. And then we take it into the second year. It goes from 32 to 64, 128, 256, 512. That's a little better. 512 people on your team times 5, little better income. That's 2 years. Again, very, very conservative. We're going to take this thing out 3 years. If we go into the third year, what happens that first cycle of the third year? We go from 512 to 1,024. Okay. That's 1 cycle of the third year. You're making your $5,000 per month. Okay. Now we take it out the second, third, and fourth cycle. And this is what just blows your mind, because it goes from 1,024, 2,048, 4,096, 8,192. 8,000 people, 8,000 customers on your team. All of a sudden, you're at $40,000 a month. That's the end of 3 years. You know, when I came online and started working online, it took me 8 years to make my first dollar. If you told me there was a company out there that over the course of 3 years would give me a 6-figure income, I would have been blown away. I'd have been in, no questions asked. Now, these numbers, again, they're just illustrations. There's no guarantees here. I can't do that. But I do believe when Ash comes out and shares the full compensation program with us, it's going to blow us away. Remember, this little scenario that I've shared with you, $5 per customer, is only paying 25% of the total wealth coming into OnPassive. That's not the majority of the wealth. I think Ash is going to pay 51, 55, 60, 65% of the wealth. And when you put that number into this little illustration, it's going to blow you away. So the numbers of OnPassive, they really are elegant. I believe OnPassive over the course of the last 3 years has given so much to those individuals that have come in and become founders. I really do believe that they've given back to people the ability to hope and dream. And that's such a marvelous concept for all of us to have. And it keeps you young, it keeps you happy, and it keeps you waking up with a smile. And that's a good thing. So OnPassive, yeah, we're just getting ready to rock and roll, guys. I appreciate you letting me come on and chat with you a little bit. These are just some of the things I think about during the week. There are other numbers that if I went over today, Marty would shoot me, things that are just off the wall. That's just the way my mind works. But hopefully when Ash comes out and shows us the compensation plan, we can come on and talk more about that. But we're going to have a lot to talk about this month. October surprise, it's coming, it's here, October 1. So get ready, guys. Get ready to party. I think we're there. I'll turn it back over to Lynn and Ron. Hopefully that had some value, guys.
Absolutely, Mike. That was awesome. Awesome. Let's give him a big hand, everybody. Show some love. Another night without sleep, Mike. Thanks. But that was awesome. Very, very, very educational. Before we get started on some questions, I want to, Marty, if you can come on board and say hi, because everybody has been praying for you. And tell us how's it going.
I'm still kicking. No, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Feeling better every day. I got a cough now, but nothing like I was. thank God I have turned the corner and I am on my way to being healthy. So
Awesome.
I appreciate everybody's prayers because I believe in that. Without that, you might be looking at a blank screen right now. So, yeah, I'm very happy about it. And yes, I've been working with Mike for, oh my God, going on 10 years maybe. And we've been through a lot of crap together. I mean, a lot. And he talks about goals and setting up what you expect or what you're looking to expect. And a lot of the numbers we don't know, but I remember myself, Mike and Dan, we set up goals for ourselves on Passive Nation. Where could we be? What should we do? And because we did, and because we, as time would go, we'd reevaluate the goals that we set up. We're way ahead of what we initially thought we would be. And that has to do with the day one when you do it. And things worked even better than you thought. So you redo it. And then when you find yourself surrounding yourself with more like-minded people with a big heart, things grow even a little bit quicker. And I just really happy with where we are. Way ahead of where I thought we would be. We really haven't focused on what we call OnPassive Nation in about a year. We focus on everyone if we can. But yeah, it was a pretty crazy ride. There was a day that we started OnPassive Nation in Facebook, and there was 3 guys, and it was only me, Mike, and Dan. And I remember us talking, and and we talked as it's going to happen. We didn't know when always, but we would say, okay, when we hit 5,000 people, we're going to do this in the group. Now I'm talking about the group. When we hit 10,000, we're going to do this. And then, and it happened. And in some cases, which is really nice, it happened faster than we scheduled, because a schedule, like you say, you don't know what's going to come, what's not going to happen, how does it work out? But no, I appreciate everything. We've been blessed. Definitely the prayers, they're there, because there were some pretty bad days, but it got really good. The whole family got at the same time. So that's a blessing in a way, because now we're done with it. And the worst thing about it is the kids got at the same time we do, and 24 hours later, they're happy as a lark, right? So you've got great kids running around having a blast, and we feel like poo-poo, So yeah, it was a lot of fun. But anyway, and Ash called me every day. In fact, his wife sent flowers to Dawn and everything. It was, they've done a lot of stuff for us that one day I'll let you know that I just can't now, but I'll never forget it. That's for sure. Anyway, yeah, thanks everybody.
Thanks, Marty.
Yeah.
We are glad you are better and here with us. 100%. And we're going to start out some questions for Mike. And we have several leadership council on here. So if Mike gets bored with answering questions, and somebody else can answer, but I don't think that'll happen. So let's go straight to Bridget. Bridget, come on down.
Hello. Yes, I guess it's just because of the language. I could not follow everything. Did I understand it right? We got 15 customers, and from these customers we got 5. I could not follow exactly. Maybe you could explain it again, that I can understand it a little bit better. Is it possible?
Yeah, no, that's okay, Bridget.
I'm sorry,
so-
Mike. I'm sorry.
No.
I really want to understand it, but it's sometimes a little bit
Yeah.
hard because of the language. Thank you so much.
Sometimes I do that to myself. I think, what did I just say?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the numbers are they're not hard to understand, Bridget. I would I would get the recording and then listen to it a couple of times and see if it doesn't become clear.
Yes, that's
I
what
don't want to go
what I
through all the
want to
numbers
do.
again because everybody's heard them and I don't want to bore everybody. But get the
Okay.
recording and listen to the recording. If you still don't understand it, you give me a call. We'll sit down and talk.
Okay, okay, that's
Okay?
a good idea. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
You bet.
Thank you, Bridget. Q Window, come on down, buddy. How you doing?
I'm good, Ron. Thanks. How's everybody?
Good, good. Thanks for being here.
Good, Mike. Thank you so much, as always, for your inept understanding and discussions on passive. I can tell you're a deep thinker, and I would love to hear more one day. I know not now, but one day the story that you shared of you walking down your driveway and you were having I think a conversation amongst yourself and some people drove in your driveway. I really want to hear more about
the
that.
crap out of them.
I really want to hear more about that story someday. Look forward to meeting you. Marty,
Yeah.
man, I'm gonna tell you, buddy, as a guy that walks the halls of a COVID unit, you look great, you sound great, and I'm so happy that you have turned that corner. Unfortunately, I see things sometimes that I don't even want to talk about, but you look good, man. You sound good. You're upbeat, and I couldn't be happier. You know, the story of Marty, Mike, and Dan, the online networking world, I think is a smaller community than we realize. I think there's people that, you know, have been very successful in it throughout the years, and some names kind of cross over. And the first time I ever really heard about Marty, Dan, and Mike was a video, and it actually, there was a gentleman on there, and I'm not even going to say his name because you might think I'm talking about somebody that is still involved. But these three gentlemen met somebody that I had actually crossed paths with at one time, and it was very interesting, the perspective. And Mike and Dan and Marty, they know who I'm talking about. But anyway. Marty, great to see you. Mike, thanks always. Everybody, good to see you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this month of October. I'll be 60 Sunday, and I've been doing what I do in the medical field for about 32 years. And I had a little incident 2 nights ago in the ER with a young doctor, and it was involving a 9-month-old baby that we ended up having to put on life support and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, everybody was freaking out. And coming from the pediatric world at UNC, I was in my element, and trying to calm the room down. And after all that chaos goes on, and I'm going to parlay this into OnPassive, because I think of Ash in that situation. You know, everybody's freaking out because they're stressed out. They're dealing with a 9-month-old baby. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I'm like, guys, we're fine. Just calm down. Everybody take a deep breath. You know, do what you know how to do. And I think that's what Ash does. You know, things happen in the business world and you hear about it and everybody's kind of freaks out. Oh my God, what's, you know, is this ever going to do what we were told it's going to do? And then you hear Ash, and Ash is his calm, cool, collective self. Ash does what Ash does. You know, a programmer, a coder, and he just does what he does and takes care of what needs to be taken care of. And I think that's what people that, you know, you can call it getting in the zone, if you will. I think Ash gets in his zone and does his thing. And guys, I agree with Mike. We're in such a great place. Do we know the specifics? No, not really. Do you really need to know the specifics? No, not really. It's going to be awesome. So thanks, Mike. Thanks, Marty. Marty, so glad you're feeling better, buddy. That's it, everybody.
Thanks, Key. We appreciate it very much. Always. Hey, Mike, is that a quick story you want to share about your driveway? You don't have to.
Just very, very quickly. I do my videos in my driveway on my property. I go out and I'll do them 3 or 4 times before I get in front of a camera. And when I'm out there, I've got a sun allergy, so I'm covered up from head to toe. I've even got a mask on. And I was out in the driveway one afternoon, and a couple drove up in their truck, and my driveway is about 700 foot long, so they couldn't turn around. They had to go all the way up and turn around. They had to go by me, and they just freaked out. I mean, they thought I was Hannibal Lecter. I don't know. But it was funny. And as they came up, I took the mask down and I just told them, go on up and turn around, and then you can leave. But they thought I was a nut. They were probably right, but that's okay.
Oh, that's funny. Thanks for sharing that. Oh, Lordy. Trevor Peters, come on down.
Hey guys, good evening. Bless everybody. So, hey Mike, I got a quick question for you. And, in particular, during the month of October, are you and Dan planning any live in-person events for Colorado, Denver area?
Yeah, unmute, Mike.
Yeah, the answer is yes. I only got a little bit of that question because you're coming in and there's a baby in the background. But if it was about meetings in Colorado with OnPassive, wherever there's a meeting, Dan and I will be there. I hope that was the question.
Was it? It was.
Just events in Colorado.
You're breaking
Trevor,
up bad, Trevor.
Yeah, you're coming in and out.
That giving me a fit while I'm trying to talk. Everything happens at once. So yeah, I'm going to be in Colorado towards the middle to maybe the end of October, and wanted to possibly get together with you guys.
Yeah, that we can do that. Absolutely.
Awesome. I'll reach out to you.
Yeah, reach out to my email, Trevor, and we'll make it happen.
Thanks, Trevor. You're breaking up real bad, but we got the gist of it. William DeLon, come on down.
Hello, I want to say hello. And,
Okay.
and
Hello.
Marty's been calling me the Marshmallow Man, and I'm thinking about Old Founders when it comes out. Now we have to get around a campfire and toast some marshmallows. See how awesome that would be. And
You got it.
I'm just thinking of that. It'd be a real awesome, wonderful marshmallow day. It's coming.
For you, Bill, hey, for you, William, we'll do s'mores.
And hot chocolate.
With marshmallows. And
There you go.
And you can go to Amazon, you can get marshmallows with unicorns. They're a little expensive, but you can do it.
You spend too much time on the internet, William.
That's all I have to do. When you had like a month and 3/4 of a bag of IV, and Key Wendell says, I don't know how you did it.
Hey, been there, done that with you, buddy.
I don't want to go there again.
No.
And they wanted to put me in the home. Can you imagine?
Wow.
No way, I'm getting better all the time. Gonna get up, walk, have OnPassive buy me a mountain bike, and get very healthy.
There you go.
In a couple of years, you can buy the home.
I'm with you there, with William. I had 7 TIAs, 1 stroke. I've had 9 stents put in, and open heart surgeries in December. So
Not fun.
I'm with you.
And Key Wendell, we're gonna have a nice hot chocolate for Christmas with marshmallows and a candy cane.
All righty, William, thank you. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Right. Hey, Dave, come on down. Dave Angelic, the fisherman.
Hey, Ron, I just want to tell you, you're my hero because you're 7 stints ahead of me.
Thanks.
Hello, everybody. Glad to be here, but yeah, just want to say hi, Ron.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All righty. Anybody have a question? Just raise your hand or a statement or Willow. I see it says your hand is raised, but I don't see you. Unmute and come on down.
She's coming in, Ron. She's coming in.
Okay, thanks, Chris.
Chris, where the heck have you been?
He's been on the second page.
I've been here. I'm paying attention to the panel.
Get back on the second page.
I'm always on. I hide on the second page. Thank
Miss-
you, Ron, for bringing me in. I wanted to thank Mike specifically for being so knowledgeable and sharing the knowledge with us, because I've had a lot of my downline today calling about the money situation. And I do like we were told, tell just what you know. And I know very little about the monetary part of what OnPassive is going to be able to give us. But I also have a very vivid imagination, and I got a calculator. So I tell him what I figure out, but Mike was very succinct and definitive, and I appreciated that. So I just kind of wanted to drop in tonight. I look like I've been pulled out of the knothole, but I've been outside, and it's cold today.
You
We're
look
down
terrific, Willow.
5 already. So is
You
it
look
cold in
terrific.
your area, Mike, too?
What's that?
You should be getting some snow soon too on your area, right?
I got up the other morning. It was 32 degrees.
Yeah, well, it was with us this morning too, and I come back in really fast. I told the dog, either you get busy or you're gonna freeze by yourself. I wasn't gonna stay out there.
That's right.
I
That's
do
right.
thank you, Mike, for being so wonderful. I always turn everybody on to your videos, because especially on YouTube, they see so much and they're longing for some kind of definitive answers, and you give them, and I just appreciate it. And I love to see that man sitting beside me to the left, that happy smiley face on Marty's face, because I've been praying pretty intently for you, honey boy. I'm so glad to see that you're improving so well. And thank
Believe
you.
me, we've read him the riot act. He can't go anywhere, period.
I know.
At least for the next 20 years.
I'm
I
gonna
think
be 81 years old, Marty, tomorrow.
happy birthday.
My husband and my son did something wonderful for me. So I wanted to let you know, I've been saving money from my, we're on fixed income, my husband and I, because I want to buy some more slots. So my husband and my son and I today were able to put 12 new founders in our downline for my birthday. So
All
I
right.
want to let everybody know that I believe it 100%. And anybody that talks to me knows, if you can't see the handwriting on the wall with OnPassive, there's just nothing more I can say. Nothing's going to help you. You're going to be stuck where you are forever. So I just wanted to add to Mike and my sweet friend Marty that I remember when Marty and Dan and Mike started OnPassive Nation, and Derek Bittner had talked me into going to their website. And I said to myself, those are winners. I want to be associated with that group. And Dan Street was kind of in the background at the time. And he's a lovely person too. But I remember Marty telling it like it is, and a lot of people not understanding where he was coming from. I said, he's a good old boy. I'm used to dealing with good old boys that'll give it to you right where you need it, And so I was a fan of Marty for a long time. It's been over 3 years. And we are in it to win it for sure. And I think that anybody that doubts it is really a big fool. So thank you, Ron, for having me tonight. I appreciate it. I was so nervous when I was talking to Ashton. I thought I was going to drop my drawers. You know, I just, oh God, every time I get around here, I never know what to say. And I talk like a blubbering idiot, you know. So,
Don't drop your drawers for them. That's not worth it.
holy moly. I told John, I said, well, I found somebody to take your place. He gets my heart started. And he does. So I want you to know, all of you, don't despair. Don't despair. The world's in a terrible turmoil right now, but we all knew it was coming. And so we're going to get through it. And we're going to be one of the favored few that do get through it with like shining stars. So don't give up. Don't lose your faith. He's working like a monster in the background, and we're going to be so surprised in October. I predicted September, that it was starting in September, and I truly want to believe in myself. I think it did start. The launch did start in September, because Ash has really made strides in the last few days that you guys can't believe. There are things that are happening that even boggle the mind, and Mike is right. He knows. So I want to thank Mr. Ash, and I hope he didn't think I had completely lost it the other day, but I thank you for putting up with me. And I see Mr. Oakes is in. I haven't seen you often, Robert. I'm glad to see you. Did you get in touch with Milo? I hope you do. I'd like to hear your story. Anyway, that's another story. I'll talk to you guys all later. And thank you for sharing with me and being part of my life, because I think you're all super great.
Willow, you're always welcome on all of these webinars. And thank you for letting us know about Honey Bear down there.
He is my honey bear.
Honey Bear is looking good.
He is, and his lovely wife. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Thank you, Willa. We appreciate it. Now we're going to call on OW Bob. Come on down. And after that, Lynn, if you want to take it over. Come on down, Bob.
All right. Hello, everybody. Hello, Ron. Hello, Lynn. Mike, good to see you, Mike. Hello, Marty.
Good to see you.
Glad you're well. I also am recovering from COVID, actually. I fully vaccinated, but I also got caught up, so good to see you. I'm also very, very excited about October. It's going to be great. I think great things are coming for these few reasons. Number one, we have the products. I'm in the industry, by the way. I've been in the industry, the IT industry for 23 years. I'm speaking to you from Bel Air, Maryland. We have the products. There's nothing in the industry, all 50 plus products. There's nothing in this industry that compares what Mr. Mufara and his team are about to unleash to the world. There's none. Nothing that can compare with what we have. Work with them every day, every single day. Name all of them. I have something that's similar to what we're trying to build. Number two, the market. We should be excited about this October because as this engine starts, the market, the OnPassive reach is something that the world has never seen in over 212 countries, starting at once. So we have the market is there. And then the price is unbeatable. The products that we work with, you have licensing, you have all kinds of things that constrain you. What Mr. Mufara is delivering to the world, price-wise, we got it. So 3 things are really working for us that we should be excited about this October that's coming. The product, the market, we have it, and the price. And the one thing I should say also is that what Mr. Mufara and his team are doing, are about to unleash to the world. For those of us who are in the IT industry or those who are technical, it's unbelievable. The time span, the time that he has taken to roll these products out. is unbelievable. It's not something that is done. Normally, it would take about 5 to 8 years. So Mr. Mufara is doing something that the world is probably going to talk about as well. It's a case study. It's a big case study that will do for years to come. They're going to wonder how this was done. But of course, he did the right thing, went to where the labor is and the talent is, and you have the people that are working for us, for all of us. You know, so I just wanted to, you know, throw that out there and express my gratitude being part of the team, the family, one whole big family. And, you know, just let all of us know that we are at the right place, at the right time when the engine starts. Remember, we are now getting into Mr. Mufara's own territory. When he starts his marketing campaign and his traffic, he's the best, one of the best in the world. And then he's done one thing very smart as well. He's partnered with also somebody who is very good in traffic generation, Ronald from Singapore. And I understand that that office is actually dedicated for traffic, to drive traffic around the world. So we are in a very good place, and just wanted to throw that encouragement out there. Let's just hang in there, stay focused, stay, you know, positive, and it's coming. And when it starts, that's it. Our lives are going to be changed forever. So I just want to thank you guys. Just say this for all of us to hear. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
Hey, Lynn.
You know, I really like to hear Bob speak, you know, because he's an IT guy, right? And he knows how to break it down so that I can understand. So I've asked him about the auto language translation, because I think that particular technology is a major game changer, right? And puts us at an advantage. So if you don't mind just sharing a little bit of how that's going to work, because I'm sure people here are interested in auto translation. Are you there, Bob?
Yes, I was trying to unmute myself. So that is the one thing. I think my sister Marcy is here, Marcienne, but she says that Zoom is on live support. It's true. As a matter of fact, when OnPassive launches the O Connect, I'm very, very sure that we're going to take almost 90% of the market share with this one feature, the auto translator. So just imagine that this is what is going to happen. You have a video conference, you're speaking with someone. Let's say you are here in the United States. That person is in France, they speak French. So what they've done is they're capturing the speech, taking the speech recognition. They recognize the speech as you're speaking, the system captures it, they translate it into digital text. No, they convert it into digital text, translate it instantly within seconds, and then it comes out at the other end to the language of the person that is receiving the call. Instantly, it takes like few seconds. So for instance, the CEO of Toyota Corporation is in somewhere in Tokyo, Japan. We know that Toyota is all over the world. They have various branches all over the world, US, Europe, everywhere, around the world, Africa, everywhere. So he can sit in his office in Tokyo and broadcast a company-wide, you know, video conference. He's sitting in his office in Tokyo. He's speaking in Japanese, right? The employees or the contractors or his people around the world in the United States, they are listening to him in English. Those in France are listening to him in French. Those in Germany are listening to him in German. In China, in Chinese. In Dubai, Arabic. In India, Hindi. That is the capability. That is what this auto translator thing is going to be doing. And then look at it also, how does it impact even television broadcasting? You realize that right now, if you watch the news, you watch CNN or MSNBC or Fox. Because of COVID, most most of these journalists, they don't have in-person interviews, right? They use Zoom or WebEx. And oftentimes, if you follow these programs, there's always a problem. There's either the thing freezes, or they get disconnected, or there's some issue. So, but with O-Connect, we know that it is delivered very, very, very professionally with artificial intelligence. So those problems, as they occur, the system picks it up and fixes it even before they recognize the problem. There's a problem. So it's also going to impact communication in terms of the broadcasting field. And then think about it as a company like CNN that has correspondents all over the world. Don't you think that is going to really impact their industry or the company? For journalists to sit in the US, say you are interviewing someone somewhere in a remote area around the world and in a different language, instantly you can communicate with that person and it translates it and everybody listens to each other. So the auto translator to me is also a very significant feature that is going to impact our bottom line. As Mike Ellis always says, that I think is Maddie, our bottom line is going to be very, very good. We're going to probably sweep the market with O-Connect.
That is mind-blowing, mind-blowing. Just think of the ramifications of this technology. It's really not going to only impact OnPassive and O'Cademy, right? We're going to have that within O'Cademy. That's a huge thing. And within O-Connect, and probably within other products that we have. I'm assuming it's going to spread to other products that we eventually have more and more products. But I'm thinking how it's going to affect communication, business, in general, technology. Yes. Oh my gosh, it's huge.
It is embedded in the technology already. So auto language translator is part of the system. Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
so Bob, go ahead.
Let me add one thing to that, Lynn, just very quickly.
Certainly, take your time.
I love listening to you, Bob, because you're in the industry, you know what's coming. But when you talk about taking 90% of Zoom's market, that's over $100 billion, okay? Yes. That's one product of OnPassive.
That's just one product, correct, yes.
And it's not even the biggest product of OnPassive, not even close. And when you start adding these other products, yeah, everybody here can get excited about their bottom line. $100 billion, one product, Zoom, and Bob's absolutely right. I think we're going to take 90% of that in a very, very short period of time. Very, very good, Bob. Thanks.
You're welcome.
So Bob, what I was saying is that I want to have you come on to our webinar and be a speaker. You've been busy and also ill recently, but when you get feeling better, would you be willing to come and speak with us about IT, etc.?
Sure.
When you're feeling better, you know?
Sure.
Because I think that our attendees would definitely like to learn a little bit more. You know, from a layman's point of view, I need this information, but I just don't get it. If I have to read material, it's going to be over my head. But when you explain it, you can explain it at my level. So I really want to make sure you come and speak with us, okay?
And that's my goal. I try to make it as non-technical as possible so that anybody can understand what this is all about, because this is huge. What Mr. Mufara is doing to the world is something that I always say, when OnPassive is going to be launched and maybe in another 10 to 15, 20 years, OnPassive is going to be like one of the eighth wonder of the world. People are going to wonder, how did this guy pull this off? This is not, it's like we say, there's God's hand, there's something spiritual and mystical about what is about to happen. It's not done easily. I'm in the industry. We built a product. If there's anybody here who is around the Pennsylvania area, we delivered their cable company. Cable company is called Adelphia Communications. We built that system maybe like a decade ago. It took us 3 years to build their order entry system, just one product, the inventory system and the database that holds it and the order entries, the front end. 3 years. So what Mr. Mufara and his team is doing is a miracle. So let's just stay calm, stay focused. Just the guy, he knows what he's doing. He has the talent. The people who are working on this product are the best in the world. We are in the industry. Indians are the best in every area of the industry. So when it comes out, it's going to be the best. They will just have to let the thing take its course.
Thank you for sharing. Appreciate it. I just had to hear it because I'm excited about auto language translation, big time excited. So now, our attendees now get a better idea of the enormity of that technology and how it's going to be putting OnPassive at the forefront, really, you know. So it's exciting, very exciting. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, next we have Cindy Hopkins, who is on the Leadership Council. She's an old timer, has been with OnPassive since 2018, and we would love to have her share.
Hey, thank you, Lynn. And you know what? First of all, I'd like to say hello to each and every one of you. I mean, it is so wonderful to see you all. And you know, Mike Ellis, you did a phenomenal job. You always do. I mean, I agree. OnPassive Nation really lays it out there, as Willow said. I mean, they have all along. They are always looking out for people, not just their OnPassive Nation bunch, but each and every founder. It doesn't matter if they're from my team, whoever's team, they have helped so many founders. So all you have to do is plug in, you will get the help you need. And oh my goodness, Lynn, you are so right. I mean, what Bob Takusi, I hope I said that correctly, had to say, it puts it in layman's terms, and you just opened my eyes to something that, you know, I mean, it just blows me away. I get so excited, you know, it reminds me of the old days. I mean, when Ash would talk, and my goodness, we're in a miracle. We're in a miracle company. We're working with a miracle man who looks out for each and every one of us, as Marty can tell you, and all of these wonderful people. But something I really want each and every person to know, and I have been in since the summer of 2018, and what a blessing it's been. You know, lately I have not been able to do like I would like to do, just because, you know, life makes its own mind up, and I've not been well. So, but I'm having a good day today, so I want to take advantage of it. And as you know, and Marty, you keep up, you know, keep getting well. But every single one of you founders, every single one of you, I'm not blowing smoke here. I really want you to know that Ash Mufareh, your CEO, my CEO, will look out for you. If you were the only one in the company, he would be looking out for you. I mean, he is that committed. The man loves people. He loves each and every one of us. And if he had his way, he would go to lunch with each and every founder in the company. I know he would. He would sit down and visit, and you know, he loves to eat. So he maybe would go to dinner and maybe go to breakfast with some. But you know, he absolutely loves the people, and the people that also get his vision, who want to not just help themselves, which we all want to help ourselves. We can't help others unless we help ourselves. But founders are a special breed. You care about making the world a better place. And you are absolutely committed to that. And being part of OnPassive, it's going to happen, and it's going to be so easy for you to do just that. I mean, you will be at your goals, as Mike said. I mean, you're going to zoom past it, actually. Your financial goals. Do not forget, you know, what we're all meant to do here in this world, and that's make the world a better place. And when we came into it, we want to make the world a better place, and stay focused, know that it's going to have happening. And like Willow said, I think we launched in July of 2018. You know, we did launch, and it's just a matter of when we're going to open to the world. Right now, we're still getting ready to rock the world. So just enjoy the journey, keep it up, and God bless you all. Thank you, Lynn. I appreciate it. I'm sure there's more I'd like to say, but you know, I don't want to hog it all, and I really haven't got that much important to say, but keep up the good work, everybody.
Thank you, Cindy. Thank you for sharing your enthusiasm for OnPassive. And I agree with you that Ash Mufara is a very special human being. I believe everyone here today is blessed, just simply blessed to be in OnPassive and have such a special leader who actually loves and cares about each and every one of us. And he cares about humanity. So I totally agree with you, Cindy, on that. Thank you so much for sharing. Next, we have Robert D. Oakes. You can unmute yourself.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Willow. Hi, Leader Council. Yeah, I just want to say it's been a long, I'm sorry I haven't been on for a while. I've been helping out a couple of my member team founders, and well, we ran into a little bit of trouble, but we got it solved a couple of days ago. So everything's running smoothly now, I hope. We're looking forward to Sunday coming up in Stratford. I'll be there, meeting my friend Harry, my partner. And I've asked a couple of my other buddies that have bands, and they got something else that was planned a month ago before this happened, so they couldn't make it. And I think I have one coming though. He's a singer, songwriter, got a couple albums he's working. Well, he's got one album out now, and he's working on another one, but no one's ever really heard it out there. Hey, just us down here. So I'm hoping that he'll make it Sunday. So other than that, I've been kind of sick, a little bit odd and off, but you got to push yourself to get up and get going, or if you don't, you're just going to lay around, get weak, and mindlessly wander around. So I'm not one of those guys. I just got to get out, make some phone calls, get at it, you know, get her done. So that's what I've been doing, Will. And no, I haven't got a hold of Julie and Milo about my you want to know about what's my life's all about. Tell you a little bit about myself now. I'm 65 years old, or going on 65. I'm her injured worker from UA Union worldwide. Worked at a number of top businesses, quite popular, but now I'm just semi-retired, helping out founders, help out other people, and that's what I do. And I mean, what else can you do? Just got to try your best and move on forward. That's where I'm at. So, but I'm with you, with a great big family all around the world, and I love you all. I mean, what a better place to be. Just counting on those apples. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Robert. Thanks for sharing. Glad you were able to make it. Hope you get to feel better. And you're like all of us. We're just here making our way through life and trying the best we can, and just doing the best we can. Thank you. We have Abraham, who had his hand raised. So we would like to bring him up to the mic. Abraham, you can unmute yourself. Go ahead and speak. You're unmuted. Abraham. I see you unmuted yourself, so you can go ahead and speak. Are you there?
I don't believe his mic is working.
Yeah, he's trying. I see him trying.
Yes.
Hi. Hi, Abraham. Okay, if you can figure it out, you can unmute yourself and speak. And while we wait, we'll go on to the next person. Let's hear from Niraj, as he hasn't spoken yet, and then Cindy will be next. Okay, Cindy? Hi, Niraj. Niraj is on the Leadership Council. He's from India, and we're glad to have you here.
Thank you, Lynn. Somebody gave me a link and told me a webinar is going on. So I just popped in. I just woke up. It's around 7 o'clock in the morning in India. And I just popped up and just joined because I believe someone said it right, that OnPassive, like, it's a big family. It's not just about one particular country or like one team. Anyway, what's coming in October? I'm really excited. I'm really excited because I know OnPassive has a successful model. I was listening to Bob and what Mike, I was also listening to Mike Ellis also, that part about the auto translation. And believe me, this was one of the challenge, and this is practically one of the challenge that we face, that the webinars that happen of ASH, somehow the Indians are not able to understand in because their national language is Hindi, and so the next day we have to do a webinar again to actually explain that in Hindi, whatever has been said. So that's going to solve a lot of problems, and I'm sure with OConnect, all these problems are going to be resolved. So what I'm really excited is I've studied what are the business models that work out. And here are the business models that that are working very well in today's world. Number one, subscription-based model. Number two, platform-based business. Third one is businesses which concentrate on employees. Like next one is customer value obsessed. Then data-driven, and last one is businesses which leverage latest technology. Now, if you actually go through each and every item of that, if you see and compare OnPassive to it, then you would see a check mark on every one of them. And that's why I'm excited. I know it is going to be successful. It's just a matter of time. So that was about it. Thank you.
Thank you. That's incredible that we check mark each of those bullet points that you just discussed. That means OnPassive is going to be, I think it's going to be one of the largest companies in the world, if not the largest company in the world. Would you agree with me, Niraj?
Definitely. I would say it is going to be very valuable because largest is a different thing. I think it is already the most valuable company in the world because we are meeting all the parameters, and I'm sure like people are just going to see results. And right now, Lynn, we are just the founders. Just wait till you start seeing the testimonials, because generally, like there is something called you must have heard about USP. Like you always tell, okay, these are the products, and this is a unique selling point about this product. But now, when the testimonials start happening, then there is something else that is going to happen. It is called unique brag-worthy proposition, or also known as UBP. So what does UBP mean? That people who are already using OnPassive, they are going to be very successful. They are going to give testimonials. People who are not into OnPassive, they are going to observe that, and like people in OnPassive are going to brag about it because they are very successful, and that's why a lot of people are going to join OnPassive, and it just amazes me. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm thinking about word of mouth recommendations, as well as just the fact that we're going to be advertising massively. In that first year, when the company launches, they're going to be doing that 13-month-long marketing campaign. And Ash was saying that 15 to 50 million viewers are going to see our ads every week. Can you imagine that for a full 13 months? This is why we're saying in the first year of operation alone, the company will be bringing in a minimum of 100 million new customers. And I think this is totally feasible. I believe we're going to bring in far more than that. But as a low estimate, yes, 100 million. And then you think about the quality of our products, the superiority, the value that we offer. The sky's the limit with this company, is all I can say. What we think OnPassive is going to be, it's going to be a million times more. That's what I think. Thank you very much. Next, we have Cindy Hopkins. Could you unmute yourself and share?
I certainly can. Thank you. You always forget a few things that I feel are at least important for me to say that, that sometimes I just want to reiterate. Number one, I do agree with you, Lynn and Niraj. I mean, this company is going to be massively huge, massively fast. And, I can't stress it enough to individual founders that I have lots of people that I have brought in that just afraid to talk to anyone, and they're so worried. And I say, do not worry, do not worry. And they are just as important as someone who has built a big team. They, to Ash anyway, to our CEO, the person who comes in, the founder who joins, who has no one, is no less important than the person who has brought in hundreds, maybe thousands of people. Ash Mufarah is going to look out for you no matter how many people you bring in. But here's the advantage, and here's why I keep sharing it. Number one, I'm older than most of you, although Willa, you've got me beat. But I wanted to get to my financial goals a little faster. So I agree with Willow, what they did for Willow's birthday and getting those 12. Congratulations, smart lady. Anyway, so I wanted to build my team as much as I could before we launched, so that it gives me a little bit of a head start, because I don't have as long as some people. I'm impatient a little bit, but when it comes to that, I want to reach bigger financial goals a little quicker. And so, but I have lots of people, like I said, that haven't sponsored anyone, and they're afraid to, really. They're afraid, or for whatever reason, it doesn't really matter. You are going to get trust, Ash Mufarah. You are going to be hugely, monumentally successful in OnPassive, but it just depends on your goals. October is known as Oktoberfest month, Well, I say let's take it away from the Germans and let's call this O-Fest. O-Fest, October is hereby known as O-Fest month. I think that is so. And lastly, I wanted to just wish Tony Monk, a longtime founder, loyal founder, wonderful man. I wanted to wish him happy anniversary. October 5th, I believe, is his anniversary. It's not up before me right now, but happy anniversary to Tony Monk and to all of you who have October anniversaries in OnPassive. But really, every day is an anniversary, so enjoy every single moment. Again, thank you, Lynn. I appreciate it, and I'm going to step back and just enjoy listening to you folks. What a great privilege this is, just to hear you all, because I learn something every time, and of course, I love each and every one of you. I truly do. God bless you again. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Cindy. I really like your reassurance that it matters not if we have 0 in our team or we have thousands in our team. Every one of us is going to be successful. OnPassive is an equalizer. This is what the beauty of this company is about, is that everyone's going to do well. So thank you for sharing that. That's so true. Hello, Engineer Mike. You're up.
Hello. Hello. Good evening, everybody. Nice to be with the OnPassive family every day. Hey, Chris. Hey. Okay. This question goes to is something I wanted to know from Mike Ellis. Mike, thank you very much. Your your presentation or whatever you ever say makes a lot of sense to me. I mean, whether the figures, whether just the explanation of some concepts. And I want to thank the all winners. They are represented, so many of them here today. Thanks, Mr. Bob Takusi, our CEO, for really breaking down what O Connect got for us. Thank you very much for the technicality. I wanted to ask this question. I don't know if either to Chris or to Maddie. Maddie, thank God you are here. Where is he? Is he here? We thank God you've been healed and strong and to meet us again. Is Maddie still here?
He
I think
should
he's
be.
still
He's
here.
our,
He's listening.
Okay.
he's our
Listening,
Zoom
Mike.
host.
Okay, Mike Ellis. Yes, Mike. Thank you very much. So I wanted to ask you, it's still on O Connect, you know? Like we have some physical disabled people all the time. They used to come to webinars. And I think I don't know, like for instance, we have Tiana, she's with us right here. But most of the time, like they need to go to the interpreter to dial in. Sometimes the interpreter will not know, will not dial in at the same time that she's supposed to be connected and things like that. So are you sure, or is that something you can bring up that they can incorporate in O Connect if it's not there, or it is already there, so that, I mean, we have in OnPassive, we have more than 1,000 or going to 40 to 50,000 physically disabled people who are deaf and dumb. I think so, if I'm
Oh, I'm
right.
sure.
Yeah. Is that incorporated in our system to champion us that to fix that problem for us?
I think that's a different problem.
Okay.
Rather than the language problem.
Okay.
And I know we have people that have different problems here and there.
Mm-hmm.
And OnPassive, especially the founding members of OnPassive, have gone out of their way to try and accommodate individuals that have a problem. Will OnPassive have a solution for every problem in the world? No, they won't. At least not right away. Maybe in time they will. But I think between OnPassive and the founding members, the founding members, all of us, you all have a great heart. And if there's something you can do for other people, it gets done. And I've seen that over and over and over again in OnPassive.
That's true, Mike.
Yeah, where there's a problem, we'll find a solution. We have so much talent here. So many people. I mean, we listen to Bob, we listen to you, Mike, we listen to other people. So much talent in OnPassive. I don't think there's a problem out there that we can't solve with OnPassive and the founding members. And I really believe that.
Yeah, that's for sure, Mike. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That's all I had to say, Lynn. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Mike. That was a great question. And just so everybody knows, when we refer to deaf people, we say deaf, because deaf people are proud of being deaf. So we call them deaf, and those who have partial hearing loss, we call them hard of hearing. So we say deaf and hard of hearing, just so that everybody knows. All right. Thank you. We've got Willow Griffin up next. We have about 5 of you wanting to speak, and we have 20 minutes left. So if you can try to keep your comments to a couple minutes, then everybody will be able to speak. So if you can try to keep yourself within that time range. Okay, thank you, Willow. Go ahead.
I just wanted to add to Mike, what Mike had to say, and Mike Ellis. I attended a think tank for those of us in the medical field that are over the hill, that we couldn't get a job if our life depended on it out there in the real market. And they're doctors, they have law degrees, they have psychology degrees, they're all educated people, but we become dispensable after 60. There's just not that much out there. So when I explain to them what O Connect can do for all of us, how we do our business is going to dramatically change for the better with OnPassive. because I deal on an average every day, talking to clients, starting at 8 o'clock in the morning. I use Zoom extensively because it's the only thing out there. But can you imagine how that's going to affect the group of us that do the 90% of our business at home? And I have done that for the last 30 years. And so, with podcasts, we've tried all kinds of ways. O Connect is going to open doors for the over the hill gang, as I call us, those of us that work and I want to continue to work till I got one foot in the grave and the other on a banana peel. I never want to quit. I'm like Ash, I'll be working till I die because I love it, So these people have so much to share with the world, and we don't have a vehicle that is competent to do that. And we're going to get it with OnPassive. So Lynn, I just wanted to jump in and say how excited they were with some of the features of OConnect that I was explaining, especially this one doctor from France has a group of people that they get together with every 3 months, and it's over 100,000 people. Now, can you imagine one of that member of that group getting in on OnPassive, and everybody that wants to do business with them have to join OnPassive to get OConnect? We're going to be so successful that you're just not going to be able to count it. So I wanted to add that I was talking with, there was 105 that were invited to this conference. And out of the 105, there was only one that was under 60. They were all over the age of 60. And it was miraculous how about 50% of them didn't even know about OnPassive yet. So we're going to be able to spread the word rapidly with OConnect, Academy, all of that comes out. My God, you can't even begin to envision the number of people's lives we're going to, affect in the future. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take up the time everybody else needed, but I just wanted to let you know that people are looking at us. And it's going to take us to get them to look at us. And even me with these, I go to these conferences all the time because of the nature of my work. But I was too scared to say anything about OnPassive till Julie and Milo prodded me with the cattle prod to get me started. So I want you all to do the same as your friend Willow did. Don't be quiet about this. Let them know we're going to take over the world and we're going to love it. And especially those of us that can't get a job out there in the regular market anymore. We either have to publish, or we have to write, or we have to do something of that nature to be employed. And all of us, not all of us can afford to quit working. I know I can't. I'll probably never, because I give away more than I bring in. But that's what you got to remember. But thank you, Lynn, for sharing with me and letting me share. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. You gave us some good ideas of sharing. There are going to be quite a few free products and free versions of our products where people will know what hit them. We're going to share our link. They're going to try the products. And once they try them, they're part of your team. They're part of your customer base. So it's going to be very easy for us to build our customer base. It's going to be effortless, in my opinion. Thank you for sharing. We have Armandine right now. Hi, how are you? Unmute yourself. You're up.
Hello, Lynn and Juan. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for putting together this nice, friendly webinar. Hello, everyone else. Okay, hi, Mike. I loved your presentation. That part about not being being active in OnPassive, that really resonates with me, because I know ever since I've been much more of someone who's looking to get up and get going and get started, get to the webinar, do this, do that. I've been much more active ever since I've become an OnPassive. My goals are for Haiti, my country of origin. I'm currently living in Brooklyn, New York. I've been here for a bit over 40 years. Oh, by the way, one, I did work for the police department for a few years as well as a computer technician. Yeah, so so my goal is for Haiti. I want to use OnPassive to rebuild Haiti, you know, and the thing about it is I think that the biggest thing that OnPassive will do is help people to stay in their country and just visit other countries, you know, and not be so, in my case, in the case of Haiti, not have to have 20,000 Haitian land here, you know, unexpectedly, and, you know, not really not right. It's not right. I just want to rebuild Haiti, and I want to be together with those guys. Well, Mike, I'm gonna need Mike. Oh, I'm gonna need to find out from you, you know, how to best, you know, initiate the initiatives to rebuild, you know, to build a bridge and so on in Haiti. Okay.
No problem, Mama Jean.
That.
You can get my contact from Lynn. Lynn have my contacts. You can talk to Lynn.
I'm going to hook you two up. I'll do it, Armandi. Thank you for sharing. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got about 13 minutes. Time has flown. We're getting up on the 2-hour mark. We've got 5 people to speak. So can you possibly limit yourselves to 2 minutes? I'm going to trust that you're going to monitor yourselves to 2 minutes each. Okay, Bruce got it, 2 minutes.
I think I can do that, Lynn. Thank you so much for having us all here. And I want to tell Mike and Marty and Dan that you guys are legends and will remain legends in OnPassive. And you are impeccable when you explain things. I don't know why, but I thought about McDonald's, and I thought about what you always say, superior products at a much lesser price point. And it's just like, if you imagine having McDonald's gourmet hamburgers, we have gourmet products that are undeniably better than anyone else out there at a much more affordable price. So it's impossible for people who are looking at doing a business, once they see the value of what we have compared to what they're paying now, would not want to go through the line and pay $250 to be a reseller, because they would save a lot of money and they would be happy for the rest of their lives and do a lot better for all of their customers and the businesses. So that was in 2 minutes there.
Awesome.
Hey, Bruce, you say that better than I do. You should start doing the presentations.
Thank you. I always love to.
Bruce is eloquent and articulate, always. We appreciate his contributions. All right, Della, you're up. Couple minutes, okay, Della? Couple minutes. Unmute.
Hi. Hello, can you hear me?
Hi, Della. We can hear you loud and clear.
I have a question to Mike. Hello, Mike.
Yeah, I'm
Mike
here.
is
Let's
waiting
have it.
to you.
I've learned or I've read about this plugin about if somebody is already registering their email to a founder, they will just be locked in to that founder forever and they cannot be going anywhere. Is that correct? I don't know. The way they understand it is that when you register to a founder, it will gonna be forever time. You cannot be registered to anyone. How come does it happen? Do you understand my question, Mike?
I'm not sure I understood the question, guys. If some of you picked it up better than I did.
Della, are you saying that once you sign up under somebody, you're always going to be under that person? You cannot move to a different sponsor? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I think I heard that from us or in the leadership. I just, it is in the dashboard or somebody told us when you have to do it now and build your team now, because whenever somebody registered you, it's gonna be locked in forever, and they cannot register. When they register in the future to another founder, they cannot because they're locked in already.
Yeah, no.
Okay, I understand. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let me
Did you get that,
explain
Mike?
that just a little bit. You're absolutely right. Once you sign up under an individual, you can't change that. And in OnPassive, we don't want people moving all over the place. Once you sign up under somebody, that's it. Now, if there's a mistake made and both people acknowledge that mistake, support will take care of that and move you under the person you thought you were signing up under. But besides that, once you sign up under somebody, that's it, you're there. And with OnPassive, it doesn't matter who you're under. Believe me, all of us are going to be successful. I wouldn't worry about who you're under, who you're not under. I've never thought about that. Not once in OnPassive have I thought about the people above me, except Marty DeGarmo, and Marty's my partner, obviously. But you don't need to worry about it. Wherever you're at, you're in a good place. You're going to do fine. So hopefully that helped.
Okay, so not sorry. So what if they use another email? Another email. What if they use the same person but another email? Because I just heard this. I read it in the dashboard, or I think asked.
Lynn, did you get that?
Huh?
No, I didn't really get what you meant. You mean
I
who's
think,
going to use
Mike? I
who's
think
going to
she's
use a
asking
different email?
if she
Go ahead,
can use
Chris.
another email. And yeah, if you want to do another email under the person you want to be on, yes, you can. You'll be buying one of their positions under them.
I'm not worried about you can or what. I just want to know if this is part of the system, that when when I signed up with Chris, and I cannot sign up anymore in the future because this is cool, this is good, because there is no competition. And I just want to know if this is part of the system in OnPassive.
Go ahead, Chris, you got it.
Della, I'm having a hard time hearing you, but here's what I'm gonna give you some advice. Just build your team. All right. Yeah, there are old pending positions that you can buy, but build your team. Just concentrate on building yourself wide. If you want to add more people, use different emails for each one. I can't really understand the question you're asking, but my suggestion is just keep building your team.
Sorry, this is not what I'm worried about. I just know if this is part of OnPassive. I have different accounts, but I have different sponsors. But what I'm asking is, so if I can express
Hey, Lynn, Della,
yeah.
speak a little softer because you're echoing. Speak a little softer.
Let me give her a little bit of advice. Della, write your question down, send it to me, and I'll answer it, because we're having a hard time understanding you. Go ahead and write the question down, send it to my email. I'll answer it. I'll get right back to you and I'll give you the answer. That'd be okay?
Am I clear now?
No, it's still distorted. So
Yeah.
we're running out of time. Della, we're running out of time. So go ahead
There is
and
no chat.
email Mike.
I will just ask on Monday because there is no chat here. I just
Yes, you
knew
can-
it yesterday. I just knew this kind of thing yesterday. I forgot who
It's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All
Sorry,
right,
guys.
Della, it's okay.
Sorry.
You can follow up. You can email him. His email address is in the back office. And I'm sure Mike will help you. All right. Or Chris can also help you as well. Thank you. Thank you, Della. All right. Next we have Tiana. Hi, Tiana. Tiana, you're up. Let's see. I don't think your interpreter is speaking for you. Tiana's interpreter, get ready to speak. She's going to sign. Okay, we don't hear any voice from your interpreter. No voice. Tiana, we cannot hear you. I don't know why. Tell the interpreter to maybe *6, *6, try. Okay, I see your interpreter's unmuted now. Go ahead. Go ahead and speak, Tiana.
Yes. I do understand. I wanted to see my hands. Perfect. Okay, I do understand we must build our team. We have to work on that. That's what I'm working on too, is trying to build a team. You know, I'm trying to build my team. Yes. I have 3 on my team right now, and I'm working on that. But, you know, I took over LA support, a founder, and I'm working on that too. So it's going to take me time. I'm trying to, you know, I'm working on my team. And then Lily, she's a founder, and I'm working with her and trying to work with her. Try my best. You know, and I need support, and I need to help her too. So Lillian, thanks for inviting me on OnPassive. And I'm excited to hear from everyone's story. And thank you so much. Have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you, Tiana.
Yes,
You're doing a
thank
great
you.
job. And it's nice that you're helping Lily and being her authorized representative. That's really good. I'm proud of you. You're
Yes,
doing
I'm
great.
happy. I'm proud of Lily. Yeah, I'm glad she invited me in and everything, you know. I can hardly see half of her hands.
She says, I'm off on Saturdays and Sundays, so I can
Yes,
join meetings
I'm happy to
occasionally.
join the meeting. Yeah, and I told her, you know, on Saturday and Sunday, you know, come and watch the Zoom meeting. You know, you don't have to do it every day or anything like that. You know, just watch it on the, watch OnPassive, be involved. October the 6th, you know, we'll have a meeting. So it's been 2
Yay.
years? Yay, 2 years. Thank goodness, yes. I'm excited, yes, I'm excited.
All right.
Hi, everyone, bye-bye.
Thank you, Tiana.
Yes,
Thank you
thank
for
you.
coming to webinars. You're awesome.
Thank you, Lillian.
Love
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Lynn. She says,
Love you
you're
too.
welcome.
Love you too.
All right. Take care. Okay, next we have Momodu
Thank you, Lynn.
Jalon.
Mark,
You're welcome.
Marty.
Thank you, interpreter.
Thanks to 3 of you.
Momodu
You're welcome.
Jalo is next up. Momolu.
Yeah, good evening, good people.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. How you all doing? I just want to thank you all for what you've been doing and what you've done for us, we the founders, that we don't have time to be in the webinar live, like, you know, being in the panelists with our videos on. You know, I'm working in a nursing home, so all the time I'll be in the webinar, but I couldn't turn on my video because, you know, the area that I'm working, I don't want to expose the resident. So, but I always join, and I'm glad that I've been joining because I've learned a lot towards this this opportunity. I was trying to reach Chris, Mr. Chris.
Hey, buddy, what's happening?
Yeah, I was trying to reach you for you to add me into your angel list.
Are you on my Facebook?
Yes.
All right, PM me your name and your country, and you are in, my brother. Thank you.
Okay. Because I've been trying to use your email that you have in the Leadership Council, but it doesn't go. Anytime I send the email, it comes back.
I will check that. Thank you for letting me know that.
Oh, okay. So
I have them all going to Marty and Mike right now. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, that's good. So please say hi to
Thank you,
Mr.
Momodu.
Maddie. Yeah, say hi to Mr. Maddie, and thank God he's
I
back.
believe that, Chris.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Momodu.
Welcome.
It's nice that you can come to our webinars. We appreciate you very much. All right, we
You're
have
welcome.
we're going to have the 2 final speakers. It's going to be Jeffrey Morlock, one of our Leadership Council members, and then finally we'll have James Bell, and then we're going to call it a night, okay? So just speak for maybe a couple minutes because we're already at the 2-hour mark. Thank you. Go ahead, Jeffrey. Welcome.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, everybody. I could probably keep it under a minute. I just wanted to give a remark to Engineer Mike. He was talking about OConnect, and OConnect actually has a very important feature of rich value for us. It's real-time speech to text using an API. So when you're concerned about deaf, man, that's right on the money. You're good. You're good. And Neeraj earlier had spoken about the value and the size of what he thought OnPassive was. So I thought it would be kind of appropriate to give you guys some numbers just to get you dream bigger and see how big this thing is, because I believe it will be the biggest in the world. I mean, right now, Google and Apple only have 150 offices worldwide, give or take a few. We're going to have 1,000 with the global leaders alone. Okay, conservatively, after the first year, within the first year, we'll be a super unicorn, which is valued at $100 billion. All right, and that's conservatively. We'll hit that if we only get 35 million customers. We're expecting to get 100 million customers the first year, which will be 300 billion. Now think about this. There's 5 billion, give or take, internet users, right? If we get 100 million per year, it'll still take 50 years. So we are not going to run out of things to do. This thing is going to be absolutely massive. So start thinking now about what it is you want to accomplish and how you want to help people. Thank you.
Okay, that was a blast of information. We love it. Thank you, Jeffrey. Makes me excited. Makes all of us here excited, I'm sure. Thanks a lot. All right, we have our final speaker, James Bell from Canada.
Hello, Lynn. Hello, Ron. Sorry,
James,
I got here late.
James, why are you wearing oxygen?
I am not wearing oxygen. I'm doing a sleep apnea sleep study.
Oh, okay. Okay, good.
I was getting hooked. I started getting hooked up at 8:15.
Yeah.
And I was trying to get through it because I wanted to catch the webinar. So, and
I
then
had one of them.
Lynn texted me, says, "Get on here." So I'm here. So, but it's been a great day. Can you imagine this morning we hit 950,000 this morning. That's crazy. We're going to hit 1 million. Hey, Chris.
Jim, you look like a scary picture and a Halloween picture, buddy. I love you to death.
I was worried, man. I thought he was in the hospital or something.
Oh, that's what I call
exactly what it
AI
was.
technology, Chris.
Yeah, I know. But Jim, you're supposed to be sleeping. You're failing the test because you're not sleeping, buddy.
I don't sleep until 10.
Well, it's 10:04, so good night.
Anyways, Sunday we're having that meet and greet in Stratford, Ontario, Canada. We'll be doing lives at 1 o'clock on Sunday. I'm sure Chris will post it in the back office.
I will do that for you, buddy.
Cool.
And let me put in my little plug, James, for our Sunday event in Bradenton, Florida, Sunday, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. If you want more information, it's going to be, you can message me if you want to. And we're trying to post it on social media. So you'll see the graphic that says you can contact Judy if you need, Judy Oliver Ellis, if you want more information. But it's pretty simple event, light refreshments. We hope to have Ash Mufarah attend the webinar section, not in person, but on the webinar. He's going to try to make it. So come on and join us and enjoy the event. We're going to have Dr. Derek Clark present via a slide presentation. And then we're going to have a little bit more of a program. And then we'll have a social hour. We can all meet and greet and enjoy each other. So come on down this Sunday. Thank you. Yep. Now let me turn it over to Ron to finish up our webinar.
Go
for it, Ron.
1 sec, Lynn.
Oh, you have something else? Okay, go ahead.
Just want to let everybody know that our very own Pam Turner will be there. Hildegard will be there. And Harry will be there. Carlos. We're going to have quite a few people there.
Okay, let's see who's going to have more turnout. Your event or my event? Let's have a fun contest. How's that?
I think you'll have better weather. They're calling for rain here.
Mm-hmm. I see. In any event, both our events are going to be successful. Thanks for
Yep.
joining us.
Thanks, Lynn.
Now back
Thanks,
to our,
Lynn.
thank you. I'm glad you made it. Back to our co-host, Ron Hulbert.
Thank you, Lynn. I appreciate it. And Mike, thank you very much for taking your time and giving us a wonderful presentation again. Like I said before, I wish I knew how to do that, or I wish I could copy you. But I don't think you're duplicatable in that area. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Ron.
You're more than welcome. And we will have you on again, so don't go far. Marty, again, we're glad to see you are feeling better. Leadership Council, Chris, thanks for being with us. And Niraj in India, thanks for being with us. And there's quite a few other people that I will probably leave somebody else, so I'm going to stop there.
Mention Jeffrey Morlock.
Jeffrey, yes,
Cindy
Jeffrey.
Hopkins. Yeah, Jeffrey Morlock, Cindy Hopkins. We're here.
I see Cindy every time I turn on my computer because she's standing there with Ash in front of the OnPassive stadium bus. So
Hey, don't
we see
forget
each other
Janet-
every day.
Ron, Janet
Hey.
Butler's on here too. She's on in the bleachers, I think.
Who is
Janet
that?
Butler.
Janet Butler. All righty. Well, if you're on here in your leadership, we appreciate you attending and being here, and we appreciate everybody supporting our webinars. We had a great night. We got close to 300 people, so that was great. So we will see you next Friday night. Have another special guest for you. Sometimes we have one, sometimes we have three, sometimes we have two. You never know. So tune in next week, Friday night, with a Friday Night Live. Good night, folks.
Everybody unmute and say bye to each other. Unmute.
Bye, OnPassive family. Thank you all. Good night, all. Good night, all.
Read this also.
Wonderful night.
Bye.
Everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Everybody.
OnPassive
So in it,
Ron.
Thanks, Lynn.
Bye. Good night. God bless you all.
Thank you, Ron.
God bless you guys.
Happy
You guys are
October.
outstanding.
Hey, Chris.
Chris.
Hey, oh, right, Chris. All right,
Hey, hey, hey.
all right. Come on.
You dance like you're on Gilligan.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.